I'm John Davidson, the chairman of the Northumbrian Language Society. We've been having our spoken competitions, which we put on each year at the gathering, in an attempt to see the language as it is still being used. We have 3 competitions, one on storytelling, one on dialect speech, and another one in telling Hoafys, i.e. telling tall stories. And whilst we didn't get as many entries this year as we have had in previous years, some of that is down to COVID, I think, the fact that these things haven't revived yet as quickly. It's good to see that the quality of the entries we had was really good, and the dialect was still well used, and a lot of fun was had. There were really either good funny stories or quite gripping stories that really held your attention. So I'm really pleased that we've had another good year of the dialect in use, and I hope that continues.
What's the state of health of the Northumbrian dialect? Is it improving?
Well, I think it's under threat, isn't it? Like most regional speech, from the standardisation of English, particularly through mass media, where we do have a sort of received English now that most people aspire to, so that even people who use dialect sometimes feel that it's not always appropriate in certain circumstances and can be seen as something that is sort of, well, a bit common, a bit beneath people, and we hope to try and discourage that thought, that it's as valid a way of talking in any circumstance, but like most people pick and choose, and they might speak differently among their friends than they might do in public. But yeah, I think it's still hanging in there.
Tell us a little bit about the Hoafy trophy and the competition for the title of Morpeth's biggest fibber.
Well, this is in honour of Terry Common, who many people who watch this might remember, who was a great tall storyteller when you mixed with him. If you were in the pub or whatever it was, and of course he'd come from Corkerdale, he was up from Rothbury, and he just liked telling a tall tale, and it usually wasn't until he got to the last few sentences you realised how you'd been taken in. So when he died, a trophy was awarded for the best tall tale, and the winner this year was by a man who claimed to have found the original plans for the building of the Roman wall from Berwick to Carlisle. And
he's done a sort of rewriting of history.
Well, I don't know. I'm a history teacher by profession. It sounded genuine to me. But anyway, he decided that going down the Cheviots wasn't to his liking, because it would have meant that Cuthbert couldn't have got from Melrose to Lindisfarne without having to climb the wall. So he rewrote the wall plans, and the Romans built it from Carlisle to Newcastle or to Wallsend instead, and so that's the story that we know. But his ancestor saved the day, so good on him.
And he managed to be reasonably convincing, did he?
Well, he won the prize.